Hello, I'm Antonio Neves, and this is 3-Minute Ad Age. Private label brands are nothing new in the United States, but no one has ever done them on the scale of Walmart. Earlier this year, the retail giant massively expanded its Great Value brand line. It now features 5,200 items in more than 100 categories. That makes Great Value the country's largest grocery brand, and that has raised the hackles of traditional national brands and sparked a controversy throughout the food marketing industry. At the recent ANA National Conference, Wal-Mart CMO Stephen Quinn took the stage to defend that private label strategy.
You may have heard of this notion of the Paycheck Cycle, and we see it in our business to an enormous degree. That is where you see a surge in retail sales at the beginning of the month and then to a little bit lesser degree at the middle of the month. That's when people get paid. And just so that you have a little bit of a sense of what's going on in America today, on the last day of the month, in the last 12 hours of that day, our sales will be down 10, 15, sometimes 20% versus the exact same day a year ago. At midnight, when the clock ticks over to 1 o'clock and a lot of the government checks are deposited into people's accounts, we see an unbelievable surge in our business. You see growth of 200, 300% for that same time period a year ago. That's when people are getting paid. You want to know what people are buying? They're buying diapers. They're buying baby formula. They're buying food for their families. In other words, there are families in America today who are not eating at the end of the month and who are literally lining up at midnight so that they can get food to take home so their family can eat. And this has become very exaggerated through this time period. I mean, it's a real challenge for a retailer to have to manage this because of the supply chain implications of that. But it's something that I think we really need to connect for. We're very fortunate to be working in the kinds of jobs that we have. But there's a lot of people in America today that need real, tangible solutions. They don't need ad campaigns. They need people to be out there solving their issues. And so, I think this comes back to the notion of what we can do for people. And there's been some controversy this year because we've put more of a focus on getting our private labels essentially cleaned up and turning them into real brands. And I can tell you, we're going to be a house of brands. National brands are the backbone of Walmart. It's how people compare, for example, prices across retailers. But we have an enormous number of customers who need and have to have private brands because that's how they're going to feed their families. And so our price proposition, private brands do play a role in how we provide value to our customers.
And that's it for this 3-Minute Ad Age. Thanks for being with us. I'm Antonio Neves at Advertising Age in New York.